Ready to fire!
What the? Broadside on, man. Come on!
Can't penetrate their armor.
A few moments later.
They found us.
What the?
It will through.
What just happened there? Same freaking guy. That guy is a legend. He's a freaking... I can't pen him. I just can't pen him. I should quit and install right now.
And hello fellow tankers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks. And we're back in the Chieftain aka Panda. This was from my machine grind from Zippy Mammal's account. So this game is a little bit older. But as promised, we're back with another episode of King of Heartbreaks. And this one is going to be a major screw up on my part. And I deserve the beating when it comes to what happens in this game, because I should have won this game, but I'm going to try to explain to you why. And actually, I did get a message after this game from one of the players on our team, him telling me I suck, and he's right, because I did suck in this game, and we're going to try to emphasize those points and why I suck. I mean, I didn't suck until a certain point. I think at the end of the game I majorly screwed up. So that's where my fault lies, and I'm going to try to explain to you my thinking process and why I did certain things, but it doesn't excuse the fact that this game should be a win. Anyway, as all of you already know, or most of you should know, the majority of fight usually happens in sector B3. Really, it doesn't matter if it's encounter mode or not. Usually the battling happens on this side of the field, and whoever wins this side of the field has control of the map, and they usually end up winning the game. So K-line and zero line are completely irrelevant. If you don't know, guys, don't go there. They're completely irrelevant. Battling, most of the fight happens on this side, like I said, and if you win this side, you should be Gucci. Anyway, as you can see, I have some shots here, so I'm gonna hang around this position a little bit. One of our heavy tanks went really deep over there. I decided to just sit here and support him for the time being, because I don't want to be isolated. Like, he went way too deep, and if he gets two tanks on him like he does right now, that's usually what happens. You get overcrowded and you die. So if there were 3 or 4 of our tanks going there, I would probably go there. In the meantime, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to just keep tracking this E5 as much as we can and getting some assisted damage. Our RD is looking at him. Also, there's a couple of, or 2 or 3 snipers at F1. So at this point in time, from this distance, I wasn't thinking of penning him, because good luck hitting weak spots of E5 even with Chieftain from that distance. 400 meters or something like that. So it's easier just to track him. Unfortunately, my last tracking shot misses, but he does get taken out. I see this IS-7. We're going to try to put a shell into him, but from this angle and that kind of narrow shot, that would have never worked. But the shots you don't take, you don't pen, right? That's the rule of thumb, guys. So just looking at our team spread, I knew that this wasn't going to be an easy fight. We just don't have enough tanks on this side of the field first, and majority of them decided to snipe instead of fight, which is another problem. Like I said, if more of our tanks would be pushing over to encounter area, I would probably push as well, but because they're not, I decided to hang around here and maybe, you know, spot, snipe a little. The Chieftain has a great gun, so sniping is highly recommended. Depending on the situation, sometimes I snipe in this tank, or if you have a good ridge to fight from, then you can actually get up close and personal in this tank. But now I see my friendlies moving up, so we're gonna move up with them. At the same time, you're gonna notice in the short while here that we're gonna be losing battle pretty badly on the other side of the map, where majority of our tanks actually went, which is gonna stink. But we're gonna try to poke over here, looking for shot at this IS-7. Yes, we put one in. We're gonna try to step and repeat over here, but all of a sudden he hides his lower plate, and that's a non-pen right there. There's no way I can pen that with standard APCR, so I'll load the premium APCR. How does that shot not track this guy? That's, I don't know. RNG guys, I don't want to complain too much. I have probably one of the worst RNGs in the game. It just seems that way. I don't know. We're gonna try to find a shot at this STRV. Probably should have loaded Hesh over here. Instead, I'm looking for that very narrow Capola shot. That's kind of stupid. I get pushed from behind though, so I decided to move up. And maybe that wasn't the smartest move, but I thought I can't leave my E3 hanging over here. And we gotta start pushing some of these tanks and getting them out of the game, because as you can see, we're losing miserably at this point in time. So I thought this game was already a loss. And just by pushing in here, I realized, oh no, we're in a crossfire now. So this is not a great position to be in as well. So now I'm kind of in a pickle. I can't really engage these guys because of these guys are basically putting me in a crossfire. So I'm paying attention to these guys in the middle at D5. And I decided to drop in the same position I was in before. It's the Indecision. Indecision kills you guys. But I thought these guys disengaged and they're not going to come back here and fight. So I have to get myself in a more safer position at this point in time. I decided to drop back here. Chieftain decided to push me. So we're going to put a shell on the bottom plate. But at the same time, he puts one into me. There. This position is much better. It's more RD safe. And in the meantime, our RD has a feast. Our RD's been doing a really good job here. Now here I'm going to try to save this E3. Unfortunately, this shot, I missed one. That one's on me, unfortunately. There's a concrete barrier over there that just the shot wouldn't go through. And our E3 is currently isolated, and there's nothing we can do about that. So all I can do is just take some pot shots at these guys from the distance. Hopefully bring them down in health a little bit. But I cannot save this E3, unfortunately. So, at this point in time, I decided just to sit here and keep spotting for our RD. I think that's the only, probably the best thing to do. Also, my position here is RD safe as well. Trying to shoot at weak spots at 4202 and the Super Conqueror, but unfortunately none of these shots decided to go in. I thought they were pretty well aimed. So here, still looking at the shots at this 4202. I don't know if I can... He's hiding behind the wreck. I think behind the wreck of Super Conqueror. So I can't see him. I kind of see his Capola here, but I aim a little bit too low. Regardless, that shot wouldn't have penned anyway, I don't think. So he's hiding pretty well over there. I don't know if I already has shot at him at this point in time. I think he probably would, but I decided to push him regardless. Like, there's no point waiting. We gotta take this guy out of the game. That was my thinking anyway. We're gonna try to line up a shot at his turret ring over here. Yes, we put one in. He puts one into us as well, unfortunately. So I know that this position is not the greatest, and he knows where to pen me. So I decided to scoot over the ridge, and that way he's gonna have much harder time penning me. Plus, I can pen his Capola from the top here. So that's exactly what we did. We take him out of the game. Now we're gonna scoot back, try to get back and defend the other flank, and get RD safe at the same time. So that's what we're doing here. I'm scooting back as quickly as I can, hoping that RD is not paying attention to me. And yes, that's what I was waiting for. Fantastic. I thought Artie wouldn't already have a shot at me, but unfortunately it did. So screw you, Artie. We're gonna pull back here. Unfortunately, all of our tanks get taken out, so it's 1v4 right now. First step is take out this Jagdpanzer E100, so we put one shell into him. We're gonna go a little bit more hold down. We're gonna put a second shell into him. Can we take him out of the game? Yes, we can. So it's 1v3 now, 2 Arties and an M103. So we're gonna try to chase this M103 down. I thought he was gonna engage me, but he is running off, and here is the mistake that I just made. So sometimes, guys, it's not good to know a lot about the game. And this is perfect example why. The reason why I did not chase after him was because I was afraid of Artie. And I was doing a countdown. Since I got hit last time, I was doing a countdown. And I knew that if I poked around that ridge, I could shut down the M103, put a shell in his ass and take him out of the game. And it would be end of the game. But I knew that Artie already reloaded. So it could have been end of the game for me if it hit me. And that's what made me hesitate. I wish I could have taken this back. Sometimes you have to play more aggressive than be as passive as I was in this situation. And sometimes you just have to go and take a chance. And that's what I probably should have done. Should have came out. He was a one shot to me, taken him out of the game. And if Artie sheds on me, so be it. The game is lost. But now, what I did was I put myself in a pickle. First of all, I don't know what he's doing now. I don't have any eyes. I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's trying to approach me from left or is he trying to approach me from right. So I'm going to be scrambling here for a bit, trying to look for him. I don't know where he is. I don't know where he went. I don't want to get myself in the open space. In case I get spotted, I get shelled by Artie. So I'm in a bad position right now. And I did it to myself. The game probably would have been over by now. I probably would have chased the Arties down and taken them out of the game, or they would have taken me out of the game, one or the other. So sometimes I find myself to play the game a little bit too cautious. I think sometimes I should be a little bit more aggressive, have a little bit more aggression, but I'm not. I think this is more me being afraid of throwing the game, which happened anyway at the end of the game. But what I'm doing, basically trying to spot both sides. Trying to spot both sides to see if I can spot anyone. And now I'm actually trying to draw separation. And the thinking process here was, I wanted to go around, see if I can spot anybody from this side. Anyway, I want to draw cover in between myself and the cap. I don't want to be in the open, okay? I want to be able to poke from around the ridge and see if I can spot anything. And then the thought after this was go to location E5, E6, somewhere over there, E5, D6, and see if I can spot the Arties crossing, because I knew at some point in time the Arties would be crossing in order to cap the base, because there's only 3 minutes left in the game. But as you can see, I'm really cautious and I'm really worried about this M103. Right? I don't want to get spotted. Now, what I probably should have done, and what actually the Artie player was clicking on a map, and he was absolutely right. What I should have done is went to location B2, because if I went to location B2, I had a good access point to the base. There is a nice ridge there where I can defend from. If Arties would show up at A3, I would have turned around. I could deal with them. If M103 shows up from that side, I can deal with them as well, because of my gun depression. So right now, as you can see, one of the tanks got on cap, and I was pretty sure it was M103. So I was thinking to myself, I have lots of time still. There's 3 minutes to cap the base. So by the time I get to him, I might be able to catch these Arties that are scooting down towards our side of the field. I might catch them in the middle of the map here. That's what the thinking was. But then I didn't realize that I spent too much time hanging around location D2, and Arties could have relocated earlier. And that's exactly what happened here. The Arties relocated much earlier and they changed position. So this maneuver was good if I would have done it 3 minutes earlier, probably. but because I did it so much later, it was already too late. So I was heading back to decap. I wasn't sure where the arties were at this point in time, but I thought if I climb that hill over here that's in front of me, I should be able to hit whoever's in a base and not get hit by arty. But all of a sudden, looks like all of them are capping, so both arties made their way back to the cap. And here's another mistake. What I probably should have done is scooted over to the right. I would have had a better access point from the right side to with some gun depression, so I can take these guys one by one. But for whatever reason, I decided to go here, and I thought I have shots from here. But it is not the case. There is this concrete barrier, concrete wall that you cannot shoot through. So I'm gonna scoot over the top over here. I'm gonna auto-lock one of the arties. We managed to reset slightly, but we got shot down by GW Tiger. I don't know how he hit that shot, honestly. I don't know how his shot splashed through the wall. I can't explain it. I don't know if it's even possible, but so be it. And he splashed me for what? Over 300 damage? Just strange. Regardless, that was not a good access point to decap or reset, and all I would have been able to do is reset for a few seconds, and then, I don't know, I would have had to find another way around, and still probably wouldn't be able to save this game because of my stupid decision making. But those are the games that you guys have to learn from, and next time around, don't make the same mistake, right? Choose a different route, try to make a different decision, and try to remember, in this situation, this is what happened. It's not going to happen next time around. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed my failure. As someone wise once said, great victories are born from failures. Therefore, I'm hoping some of this would translate to my games in the future. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, checking out.